Well, good afternoon, Living Water. I come before you today with both a heavy heart and words, hopefully, of inspiration, because as we all know, we in this country and in this world are struggling with something called the coronavirus, and it seems that it is slowly inching towards us. That being said, I want to encourage you all. Please remain calm, keep being calm. God is bigger than what we are experiencing. Please remember that we do not bow to a virus. We bow to the Lord. I know that the Lord is going to do amazing things, even in spite of what we're experiencing right now. And as such, now is the perfect time for us to come together to worship his name and be calm in his presence, knowing that he will care for us all. That being said, there are some questions as far as Living Water. Are we having services? Do we plan on having services? As of right now, you have to know that, yes, we are planning on having services in the midst of this. What better way to honor God than by praising his name in the midst of even something as big as a pandemic? So right now, we are planning on having services this Sunday. That being said, we have done some things as part of our due diligence to try and keep everyone as safe as possible. Some changes you might be experiencing if you come to worship with us, either at the Sheldon or Orange City campus, are we're only going to have coffee this Sunday, not cookies. We don't want to spread the virus or chance spreading the virus even further than it already has happened. So we're only having we're only having coffee that will be served by the hospitality folks. The offering baskets are another example. They will be in the back of the sanctuary this Sunday instead of being passed from person to person. We're not going to be having a walk around this Sunday because we don't want to risk people shaking hands and transmitting something if they have it. Our greeters are also going to be foregoing handshakes. So when you walk into church, they're going to say hello, good morning, but they're going to be encouraged to not shake hands. Our hand sanitizer stations will be placed strategically throughout the worship center and throughout, the hospitality and bistro area. And then there are some questions aside from service in regards to nursery and Little Treasures, and are they having it because children seem to be somewhat more susceptible? Well, we at Living Water, we've decided that we are going to continue to have nursery and Little Treasures following the example set forth by our schools and our daycares. If for some reason they call off due to this pandemic, due to the coronavirus, then we also will call off nursery and Little Treasures. We will follow the school's example in that. Moving forward, we're looking at a couple of things as far as how to do our best diligence to remain healthy. We're looking at how do we do communion differently, as that's coming up in a couple of weeks. We're looking at how to do things more online, be a bigger online presence for if you don't feel comfortable coming to church because of this virus. In other words, there's a lot of things that you're going to see change over the next couple of weeks as we all struggle and deal with this. But at the same time, it's our hope and prayer that this does not dissuade you from worshiping our Lord. In fact, it's because of what we're all experiencing that we should be intentional about worshiping our Lord. Because after all, he is an agent of healing. He is the one who created everything. In effect, he has allowed this to happen, though we don't understand why. And so, as he is the ultimate sovereign power in the universe, we need to be consistent in our praise of him, even through and in spite of this situation. There's a psalm I was thinking about that brings me comfort during this time as we all struggle with this. It's Psalm 41, and it says this: "Blessed is he who has regard for the weak. The Lord delivers him in times of trouble. The Lord will protect him and preserve his life. He will bless him in the land and not surrender him to the desire of his foes. The Lord will sustain him on his sickbed and restore him from his bed of illness." That is what we proclaim. That is the Lord that we have faith in. So moving forward, yes, some things are going to change. Yes, there's not going to be as much opportunity to shake hands and whatnot. And please use your discretion. If you don't feel comfortable coming to church, risking the virus, we plan to have things online up and going very soon so you can watch the service as well. But please remember, now is not a time to live in fear. Because we as Christians, it's our time to shine and breathe the bright light of the world, because there's a lot of darkness happening around us. I have full faith that God will do something amazing through this, though we might not see it as we're going through it. God will do something amazing, and as such, we will see his power. So I want to remind you again, be calm. God is bigger than this. He will care for us and sustain us.